So I've been asked a couple of times in game on how do you really farm Endos in Warframe solo. More specifically, can you even farm Endo while playing solo? The answer is yes, of course, you can farm it solo given that you have the proper setup, Warframes, and you unlock some of the nodes in the star chart that are efficient in terms of Endo farming. Normally I go with a team of Necros and Nidus in the highest level arena on Sedna to farm Endo, but as you all know, I don't get to play in team every time because of my crappy internet connection. I just need to run some solo setup so I could get some stuff most of the time. Even Endo farming, I usually go solo now, and I do hope that this video will help you farm those Endo you need to upgrade those mods. I will be giving you the basic things you can do to acquire Endo and my usual solo Endo farming method, so you will have a lot of option to choose from. To begin with, the most basic way to obtain Endo is by dissolving those duplicate mods of yours to Endo. In every missions you run into, I'm pretty sure that you'll get some mods and they will stack up in time, giving you the Endo you need to upgrade your mods. Another great way to get Endo is by doing Sortie missions. Endo are rewarded when you finish all 3 Sortie missions. Normally, Sortie will give you 4,000 Endo or some ayatan as a sculpture, which really a good source of Endo also. You can trade them to Maru on Mars for Endo. Usually, you'll get 1,000 plus Endo when you sell it without those ayatan star attached. However, it will give you 3,450 Endo when you fully upgraded it with those stars. These stars can be found randomly in missions, and I strongly advise that you pick them up every time. Also, the NPC on Mars itself does give you some nice chunk of Endo if you can finish her quests. This relay can be unlocked once you reach Mastery Rank 2, and once you unlock all the nodes in the planet. Once you are on the relay, talk to Maru and select the ayatan hunting mission. This mission will teleport you to Derelict, wherein you'll need to find an ayatan treasure. It doesn't require you to kill anything. Just walk past those enemies and go to the challenge room. Normally I go with Titania to cheese this mission. It does require you some point-blank parkour skills, which I don't have at the moment. Which is why I just use my trusty Titania to fly through this mission and get those sculpture as quick as possible. Once you have the sculpture, upgrade it with some ayatan stars and trade it to Maru for some nice Endo. Now I think that I've covered some basic ways to gain Endo. Let's now proceed to the advanced part, wherein we will get serious about Endo farming. The first place that I find really good in terms of Endo farming solo is Hieracon on Pluto. This excavation mission can yield 400 Endo at the least, given that RNG souls will bless you. In most cases, I get Endo from the very first excavator. Once I have that, I then exit the mission and do it again. However, if you're one of those players who like to stay long in a mission, then I really suggest that you take Limbo on this. What you'll be needing is to mod Limbo with max range and duration so that he can both CC the enemies and protect the excavator. Normally, I can go up to 3,000 chaotic with this build. For the weapon, try to use melee weapons that have long range and insane damage. One weapon that I use a lot with my Limbo is the Atarax. Here's my usual mod setup for Atarax that can take me to 3,000 chaotic. If you don't have Maiming Strike yet, you can replace it with True Steel, but expect it to be less effective though. Also, you can use a Dagazor with Exodia Contagion Arcane on it. Just mod your Dagazor with lots of damage and some attack speed so the projectile of your Exodia Contagion will deal massive damage to the enemy. Hieracon is really a good place for Endo farming, but the thing is, you usually rely on RNG or the chance the excavator could possibly give you that 400 Endo reward. The chances are pretty good, but I know some of you don't really want to rely on luck alone. And, I know you want a surefire way of farming those Endos as quick as possible. I give you the highest level arena on Sedna. Now I have tried the lower level arena, but it doesn't yield as much Endo as the third and final arena does. Yes, I know that it's hard for newbies to farm this arena because of those enemies, but I will be giving you some tips and the usual setup I use to farm Endo solo in this mission. I have tried dash with fatal teleport on this mission and enemies are really easy to kill. They just die in one hit and I don't have any problem of whatsoever in terms of killing them. However, the reward is somehow kind of disappointing in my part. Normally, it rewards me 150 Endo to 300 plus Endo per 4 minutes while using Ash. Those numbers are not that bad, but still, I don't like it. I want to gain much Endo as possible per run, and the only way to do that is to have a Desecrate Necros, so you'll get increased chance of getting more Endo per run. But the main problem with Desecrate Necros is it's not that good in this arena. There's no way you can tank enemy damage, as you can't cast your Shield of Shadows here, or you can't really CC enemies with your Creeping Terrify. Yes, the slow works, but still the aggro won't wear off. The enemies will just keep attacking you, and it's really inefficient to cast your Terrify ability in this mission. So, is there really no way to bring Necros to this mission without dying? Thankfully there is. And here's the usual setup for my Necros when going to the highest level arena. It's basically a build which focuses on survivability and efficiency. Since our main goal here is to solo farm Endos in the highest level arena, we need to make sure that our Necros can survive the fight. What I have here is fleeting expertise and streamline so that our Desecrate will just consume 2.5 energy per enemy killed. Now I did not add the Despoil Augment on this build as we need as much health as possible to sustain our survivability. I have Quick Thinking, Hunter Adrenaline and Primed Flow for even more survivability. I also added Steel Fiber, which synergies really well with the Arcane Guardian. Enemy radar is really important here, as this will help us detect those enemies much faster. If I have an extra former, I would definitely replace Primed Continuity with Health Conversion for more survivability. This is not a 7 former build, by the way. I don't have the platinum to get another Necros Prime or the interest to farm a normal Necros, so I just former this one until I get to test out all the possible mods that could help me out on this mission. Lastly, to make this setup work, we need a weapon that could both give us survivability and lots of damage. And as usual, I have my hand axe for this mission. Not only that it does insane damage, but it also helps a lot in desecrating those enemies. Also, with its reach, I can easily hit the target and replenish the health I lost with the Life Strike mod. Now most players will add Drifting Contact in this slot as they want to retain their combo counter, so Atrax would do insane damage, but I choose to have Life Strike instead as it helps me a lot in surviving while solo farming Endo here. If you are too worried about the combo counter, that's easily fixed with the help of Nariman's Power Spike, which basically works like Drifting Contact, preserving the combo counter, without the status chance effect. With this setup I can normally farm the high level arena easy. Well, I do die 1 or 2 times in this mission, but not really often. In most cases, I try to avoid running this mission when it has a tougher enemies modifier. It's really not worth it, and it's best to restart the mission. With the 2 other modifiers, you will have no problem with this setup. You don't have any duration skill to rely on, so that lesser duration modifier won't be a problem. The best modifier, however, is the reinforcement, as it does spawn more enemies. More enemies equals more bodies to desecrate, which results to more chances of getting Endo. Lastly, I would like to clarify that resource boosters don't really work in the arena. It doesn't increase the number of Endo you gain nor the chances of enemies dropping it. In normal circumstances, you can get 340 Endo at the least, and 1040 is the highest I got while farming this mission solo with my Necros build. So that's all about it. That's how I usually solo farm Endo in Warframe. I just hope that this video helped you in any way, especially those who are new to the game. I'm planning to release more farming videos really soon, so be sure to watch out for it. Before leaving, as always, please don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoy watching this video. Also, you can join my amazing grind team by simply clicking that big red subscribe button below. Just don't forget to turn on notifications to receive new updates from this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.